bridge and they shut down routes. Baba, emergency service in traffic light because Tinubu was coming to come and cut a tape and take pictures at the tail end of a third mainland bridge.
So, only in Nigeria, an ambulance is stuck in traffic because the president is passing and they have blocked all the roads. Only in Nigeria. Just look at it. This is an ambulance rushing to the hospital. But it's stopped because Mr. President is passing. This is rather unfortunate. And this only happened in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Very sad.
Because your rulers are criminals. They have to take themselves away from you. They don't want any surprises. Even though they know that majority of you are already captured, mentally captured, physically captured too. But they still don't want to trust you. And that is why they have to treat you that way. You become more dangerous to them, and they don't like surprises. But that could be somebody who needed an emergency medical care, or somebody already in the ambulance, but there you are. Only Nigeria, right? So they send somebody to NTA. Like I told you, this is the kind of thing they share or discuss on their television in Nigeria right now about Tinubu. But somebody said, why must it be an Igbo man they sent to go and do this again? I say, oh, are you living in denial that there are no Igbos? Inside this one Nigeria, are you kidding me? Stop acting surprised, man. Those who will do everything to sabotage the conversation around equity, justice, and fairness, something that is lacking in that contraption, that has subjected the Igbos to this systemic profiling. Haba, do you think they did all of this to the Igbos without the support of Igbos who parade themselves as your leaders? So when you see them on TV, on screen, defending APC, defending all the atrocities, stop acting surprised. Because when we say those who are more interested in the Igbos remaining in this contraption, they are not the Yorubas, they are not the Fulanis, they are not the Hausas, they are those saboteurs, the Igbos, who are getting their own little crumb from this turn-by-turn Nigeria Limited. They are the ones that will tell them, our youth, kill them. And this, do this. That is why they are all mostly inside the APC, where the xenophobia against the Igbos is more pronounced. There are Igbos who are members of APC. Don't act surprised. 2 states in eastern Nigeria controlled by APC. Is it not even more than 2? Ebonyi and Imo. These are people that will also ensure that their own part, any role they have to play, okay, in defending the failing or the failed system of Nigeria. They will put on the red cap, appear like a proper Igbo, and then they will be spewing rubbish, even though they do not represent the interest of the majority of the Igbos. And that's something a lot of us need to pay attention to. People like this, just like if you see a Fulani man on your screen right now, or a Hausa man on your screen, or a Yoruba man on your screen, defending Nigeria, these guys don't represent any of these ethnic nationalities. They are only using them as their own meal tickets in getting their own share from the Nigeria largesse. Their tribe or their ethnic or their religion, which they don't believe in, they are just meal tickets for them. So they will dress up and spew rubbish like this. with confidence.
Area of roads, look at the areas of health, look at the areas of solid mineral, as well as agriculture. The president is doing great. And mind you, it's only 1 year. And all over the world, you cannot use 1 year to really say how an administration is going. But 1 year, this 1 year has been a lot of blessing to this country. If you go to US, Biden has been there for 4 years, but the economy has not really been that great. Therefore, President Tinubu to triumph in 1 year, we know there are pains in the country, but still yet, things are moving gradually well. And I bet you, with all these policies that have been set up, the foundation has been laid. Within the next 2-3 years, Nigeria will become great again. All right,
nuisance, Lele.
You get that? So don't be walking yourself up and turn around. For example, after listening to that that old rogue, then you turn around and say, "This is why, you see, I told you, all these Igbo people, they are just pretending about Biafra." Come on, give yourself some sense or some senses. That person doesn't speak for the Igbos. He speaks for people like him, whose survival solely depends on them still being part of Nigeria and being called elders or elder statesmen. That's where they feed from. And most of them are subordinate to the states they come from. So when they call meeting of elders, they don't speak for. That man didn't speak for the Igbos, the real Igbos who are the victims of this Tinubu's last 1 year, the Igbos who have been the victims of APC's last 9 years. That guy is not speaking for them. And that's the same way. If you see any Yoruba dot, any Yoruba weary on your screen, saying something about this, they don't represent or speak for the Yorubas. These are those who speak for themselves. It's easier. How could anybody be in Nigeria right now and at least pretend that the only people who don't like Tinubu are those who didn't vote for him? Those who are complaining about Tinubu today, they are only those who lost the election. How could anyone say that to you? You that is a direct victim. You are experiencing it right now. Your business is struggling. You are struggling financially. You are struggling, medically. A lot of you are going through a lot. Just like others who are complaining. Others that you are hearing their complaint. Those who are cursing and cursing APC, cursing Tinubu. What you are going through, they are going through it. But somebody is telling you that, oh, don't mind them. The reason why they are, at least all of us should just live within our means. All of us this, all of us that. But these criminals continues to take care of themselves. But when it comes to you, you have to sacrifice. How could anybody say that to you? And you said, "Thank you, Jare, my brother." Farmers are losing. If they are not losing, they are not just losing their farms and their hard work, they are losing their lives. Poultry farmers are all this, in the last 1 year, they have recorded the worst and the greatest year, most of them. So why are you pretending that, now because it's because they did not vote for him? They are the people who they never liked Tinubu, they will never like him. Even if Tinubu gave them their eyes. Babashe, Tinubu gave you his own eyes. Are you getting Tinubu's eyes? Or you are just trying to tell everybody to live with your cope mechanism? I've been a coping mechanism. Coping mechanism. Anyway, I think I'm stressing it, or I'm stressing myself, right? Well, that's what I do. It is just to continue to remind all of us that nobody, no single one of us, except those who have access to the free money that these criminals are looting, sharing in the name of different bogus projects. This, that, gone. Trillions of Nigerian naira. Most of them borrowed. Nigeria has no production. Nothing has improved when it comes to production in Nigeria. Electricity is at its worst and the lowest. You know it. I know it. I know it. All of us know it, but they want you to see it differently. Oh, you need to be positive. You need to love Nigeria. Oh, huh? It is because all of you are talking on social media every day. Give me a sec. I'll take care of one Ashiri here. So that it won't be... Sorry, I'm coming on. I'll put something up first. Anarchy. Anarchy.
Anarchy loans. 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 Anarchy loans.
Anarchy loans. I'm not kind of like going to say the Dabi Moshe does. I'm talking about those whose lives are completely worthless. Nobody's life should be worthless. But we are voluntary slaves. I mean, those ones who want you to not see all of these things that affect you, whether you are a northerner, a southerner, a Christian, a Muslim, or even an atheist. Everybody they collect as we speak. But there are some Olori Brukus Dabi Moshe does, voluntary slaves, who have spent the last 1 year to make every sort of criticism or every outburst of people in reaction to what Tifnubu and his gang are doing to you. There are those who have kind of make it their own duty to turn it into Yoruba versus Igbo. Even though gradually majority of them are disappearing, I promise you that they are not really going to disappear totally. So if I see them on TikTok, if I see them on Facebook or YouTube, when they come here, drop their comment and say things like, or try to push the blame and say, what have you done? It's because you hate Nigeria. Baba, I am not the one who decided to go and borrow $3.3 billion with a $12 billion worth of crude oil as collateral, just because they wanted to defend the Naira, where a country where no investment is made in generating and distributing electricity. No investment is made in investing in the manufacturing sector. But they went on and borrowed money to defend Naira by giving the money to their friends. That wasn't me. It wasn't me who went on to go and borrow 4 trillion Naira and then started sharing the money. 200 billion for the judges, 250 billion for the National Assembly to buy cars and renovate their National Assembly. Another 150 billion for the lawmakers, National Assembly lawmakers, for them to settle down. That wasn't me. It wasn't me who wanted to use 5 billion to buy a yacht. It wasn't me. It wasn't me that used the 45 billion to buy cars for his wife, when majority of you were now being kicked out of your school because you can't afford school fees. It wasn't me, right, who not creating any job, but actually watched the major pharmaceutical manufacturing companies left Nigeria, dumped majority of you into the unemployment market, and at the same time skyrocketed your medical supply, the cost of your medical supply. That wasn't me. It wasn't me who went to New York and spent over $600,000 on Olosho and drinks. It wasn't me. It wasn't me when majority of you can't feed well, right? that continue to increase the import tariff, which in a nutshell, when importers pay more on what they bring into Nigeria, you that will have to pay and buy, who have to buy them, you have to pay more. That wasn't me. It wasn't me that devalued your currency. It wasn't me that joined those who are actually stealing your crude oil. That today, none of you can actually say, how much is Nigeria making from crude oil? Or how much has Nigeria made from crude oil? That wasn't me. So don't come to me and ask me, what have I done? What do you want me to do? To tell everybody that everything is going to be all right, when I know it's never going to be all right? That wasn't me. So and let me tell you this. Majority of those that used to be like this, your uncles and aunties, the Ashiris, Alaye Bajes, the Omo Alis, one by one, that some of you are their descendants. The Dabi Moshedas. They existed under Bokwari. And majority of them today are not only so worse off, beggarly. Majority of them can't even come and watch Mayegun to defend Tinubu anymore. And it's not because of me. It is going to be because of you. Okay? I am not the source of your problems. And I will never be part of those that will pity you. So yeah, troll me, call me names, abuse me, feel comfortable. When Tifnubu finished with all of you, like Bokwari did, probably you will be alive. There are so many profiles on social media today. Majority of them, they were those who were defending APC 8 years ago, 7 years ago. They are not dead. Want it to share, want it baje. Not only that, they can no longer afford phones. They cannot afford the one that will be charging them data. Talk less of them coming to come and watch 3 hours video to defend those that destroyed their life. You don't get it. I am only here to keep your consciousness alive, even if you continue to lie and deny the obvious. Okay? They will send me a video of you. Okay? And I will use your story to teach the Olori Brukus like you that things, it is because they don't like Tifnumbu. That is why they are criticizing him. Shebi you like Tifnumbu? Shebi you love Tifnumbu? How come your like and your love is not helping Tifnumbu to make your lives better? It's a question. But listen to me. Even Tifnumbu says, anybody that says there should be a change of government, I would like to be polite. Shut up.
If they say they want a change of government, just tell them, we like to be polite, but shut up your mouth.
That's right. Martinelli, I will love to be polite. Yeah, shut up. Don't ask me, what have you done? And what are you doing to? Who you help? Olori Bruku Konwa. They were asking me. I remember when some of you Olori Brukus will come and ask me, after you've made your choice, after you've bragged about how your criminal leaders, your own criminal is better than that one's criminal. Your own criminal has a fear of God. That one's criminal doesn't have a fear of God. Even as so they do. So when you now do your Olori Brukus, you will now come on social media. You will be looking for those who are looking for validation. Validation from you, Olori Brukus, as well. After you have chosen the Olori Brukus that are going to destroy your life, so then you come on social media Eh? Every time people you always complain. Who you help? Let me tell you this. I actually used to get emotional about reporting Nigeria. So I started something, and I'm talking about 10 years ago. I was the first person to start giving recharge card ever on any platform that has to do or anything to do with Nigeria. I was the first person. That was 10 years ago. So to me, I was kind of trying to, I always kind of post all the time. So a lot of people kind of see me as, he always criticize, just like that. That's how they knew me, Mayegun. So some of them started seeing me as, Nigerians now, they started seeing me as activist, human rights activist. So I had to tell them, share Yawiri, tani human rights activist. If you cannot fight for yourself, Baba, then just, I beg, move. Me, this is my own way of fighting for myself, okay? And you can use any other way of your choice too to stand up for yourself, okay? But if you can't, don't think I am going to be your Jesus or I am going to be your savior of anything. That is a total bullshit. It's not going to happen, okay? I'm nobody's savior, right? So, but I wanted a community where people will understand what these guys were doing to them. So then I will make money. I will call them and I will just say, please send me vouchers of MTN of so amounts, Globe, then I called it the fastest fingers. How many of you remember that 10 years ago? On Mayegun's diary, fastest fingers. The person who can type the numbers fastest is the winner. And I will do that for like hours. Later, people were like, Nigerians, so, Mayegun, some people are not getting this voucher. Mayegun, it is better if you give us money. I was like, okay. I started asking my friends. This was the beginning of me doing crowdfunding online. Oh. This was the genesis of me doing crowdfunding online, right? So I would then ask all my viewers, say, please, anybody who want to chip in? So some people will now message me, Mayegun, I will donate 50,000 to buy more recharge cards. I will donate 10,000. So one of these days, we were sharing vouchers, up to 200,000 naira vouchers. That was 10 years ago. Life was good, oh, kind of. Oh. So we'll share this, but a lot of them will start reporting my page. Whenever they didn't get any of the vouchers, so they will start reporting my page. Fake, he's fake, he's gonna come. I didn't stop. Then people said we should be giving money instead. How many of you remember? I call it bank. I will put my money. I may put like, let's say, 500,000. No joke, oh, for real life. Oh. Then other people will contribute money, Baba. If you have like 1 million naira, I will now come under and say, we are going to give 100 people 5,000. Some will say, no, give it to 50 people, 10,000, kind of like that. So we now form a formula. So then I will come online and then we devise means of who is going to win, how people will win. Baba, I'll be sharing money. I'll be sharing money. Yeah, Mayegun, God will bless you. Mayegun, you are a lifesaver. Mayegun, you are a kinikon. Mayegun, yeah. I was good. I said, I love this man. Even when people are abusing him, some will come and say, see, all of you are abusing Mayegun. You are here now collecting money. Or kind of like, it was like that. And then others were like, oh, he's just using you to build his page. He's just using you. But there was no money. There was no penny coming, It was when they shot my Facebook page 5 times. They shot my Facebook page. I would have been one of these guys who are like high flyers on Facebook now with about maybe 5-10 million followers. For the last 10 years, they shut down my Facebook page 5 times. It was when they were shutting it down. Then people just told me and said, Mayegun, why don't you just go on YouTube? And I was like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, YouTube is like too technical. No, it's not. Just go there, drop your video. I have been watching most of your videos on YouTube. I was like, no, I'm not on YouTube. Mayegun, okay, oh yeah. And I went on YouTube. I share all of the videos I have been doing on my Facebook. Eh? Some smart guys were downloading them. They were uploading them on YouTube. Papa, they see 100,000 views, 40,000 views. So some of the videos, some of the followers I was getting on Facebook, they were coming from YouTube to look for who is this guy. Cut the long story short, Sha, people that didn't win from the money, they started reporting my page. They shut my page down for the last time. So I just shut down for like about 2 weeks. I was done. Then people were like, no, Mayegun, you can't shut down. No, go to YouTube. Today, YouTube pay me money for something I actually started as a means of protest, of expressing myself against the abnormality